The Trump Organization says it plans to appeal a jury verdict finding the company guilty on 17 criminal charges, including tax fraud. It's one of just in a series of investigations into the former president's businesses. Trump, by the way, not personally charged in this case. CBS News legal analyst Rikki Klieman is here to explain the jury verdict and what it means for Trump and his businesses. Rikki, good morning. Thank you for being here. People look at the fine, $1.6 million. Doesn't sound large in the context of a big company. But how serious are the charges overall? Or the convictions, I should say.
Well, the convictions and the $1.6 million are very serious indeed. First of all, we have to look at the entire perspective. This is the first time that the dam has been broken. We have looked at civil suits against Donald Trump and his business dealings, as well as personal civil suits. But this is the first time there is a criminal conviction of the Trump Organization, not of Donald Trump personally. But when you have 17 counts that really show a quick jury verdict, so the evidence had to be overwhelming to this jury, of 15 years of massive, widespread tax fraud in the culture of the company, that is serious indeed.
In the beginning, some would say that this is a New York story. You think about Letitia James, who's the Attorney General, our District Attorney Alvin Bragg. You said on this air that Letitia James is practically daring Alvin Bragg to now come after Mr. Trump before. Do you think this now turns the spotlight to him, like, what you gonna do?
I think there is no doubt about it. When I had said...
To go after Trump personally?
Yes. When I had said Letitia James, in her filing of her civil suit, which was massive, she gave a blueprint as the Attorney General of New York to the District Attorney of New York, and they both shared information. He was supposed to be investigating Donald Trump, his children, and his companies having to do with the story of inflating values for loans, deflating values of properties for taxes. Alvin Bragg's, the DA's, investigation had seemed to stall. It seemed to have died. Well, if there was a dare by Letitia James to say, hey, Mr. Bragg, hey, DA Bragg, it's time for you to look again at this investigation, this conviction in his own office is like the double dare.
Yeah.
So if you had a case that died, an investigation that died, it suddenly got resurrected, I would think.
Brings life
within
to it.
the office. There's no question.
Now, will this legally have an impact on Mr. Trump or his presidential run in 2024?
There's a difference between legally and personally.
Okay.
Legally, it has absolutely no effect on his presidential run. Doesn't matter. And he, of course, has denied all of these charges. He will continue to say that it's a witch hunt. Personally, it may matter a great deal because what you have is his presiding over a company that looks like it was a criminal enterprise.
Prosecutor said he did play a role, right?
Yeah. They did, and they argued it forcefully in rebuttal because the defense kept saying he playing no role. And so the prosecutor got to say, wait a minute, he knew, he was aware, even if he did not directly participate. Of course, the lawyers for Mr. Trump and as well as Donald Trump himself completely denied that. Nevertheless, if you run a company that way, how are you going to run a country, may say the independent voter?
That is the question. First break in the dam, as you point out, makes it serious.
To be continued, it would seem. Thank you, Rikki. Always good to have you here.
Thank you.